James. I provide a little bit of support as the smoke goes down towards the CT spawn. Flashing, catches Xantares. Fully white. Tabson. Yeah, into the open, nades up. Damage should be done pretty nicely as well, but they look away from the T-side force, so James can find the opening kill of the matchup. Tabson caught back, Xantares can't land any headshot of his own right. Tizian struggling into the back lines, overwhelmed, 3 picks for nothing. VP might have tanked that nade, but Big are going to tank the round.
Yeah, Buster even aggressive to deal with Sirison, and what a pistol to come out for Virtus.Pro. And you're right about that. Big did everything right when it came to the utility, but they just could not find the jewels and find any kind of return frags.
Yeah, Keto now left to just try and figure out what he can even do. Can he even do anything at all in this pistol? Doesn't seem likely. Glock switched out to try fighting towards Buster, at least get one good pick back in. So his own matchup started with 2 kills to his name, but not a pistol for Big. VP, fantastic stuff. And get that money involved for Xantares if at all possible. He's 3 players without head Kevlar, 1 player without any Kevlar at all. Searson. Scout up in the corner, going to try and look for the kill. And he actually does that on Yakindo, as well as Tabson's nade following James. 5 versus 3. This is kind of around for Big.
No, this doesn't look good at all.
Oh,
Tabson
no.
with the P250. How's this all happened?
Buster's head's been seen. Searson gets tagged, but no casualties taken by Big. This is all gone to hell for VP. Sanji faces, gets dealt with by Tizian. Buster in a 1 versus 5. That is a hell of a response from the CT side.
Oh my goodness, no one falls, no one drops. Tabson at that kind of range with the P250 has now picked up the AK, knows exactly where Buster is. There is a bit of a trade back, so there is some damage being done, but this player's everywhere.
Yeah, no way he gets out of this.
Now, that would be the worst outcome possible, is that they lose the anti-force by reset and then they lose a player after time. They're going to go hunting. There should be no way Buster stays alive. Really well done there from Big. And it all started with Sirison, the nade, but Tabson in particular.
Sirison, that scout and everything. What is that? Just dead blind, still gets the kill. That is ridiculous. The Big side, there is no such luck.
And I'm very keen to see Xantares on LAN. For years and years, people have always said, oh, Xantares the onliner, but so far in the play-ins, he was pretty impressive.
Not impressive in that particular phase, though. A bit of a cast discuss there for yourself, Tweg. Searson and Keto there to clean things up, though. 2 kills for Keto, overwhelmed by James. AK picked up, so now the bomb can go down, and I think that's actually not even that bad for an eco.
Jeez, this is a great eco. 2 kills and a bomb plant when you've got really no investment whatsoever. There could even be more.
Buster can't grab the AK, unfortunately. The nade of Tabson will finish up the job. Glock comes in close, think down. M4 picked up, looking towards Tizian. Blind of the flashbang, he's got it to a 1 versus 1. And Searson makes his way forward. M4 just playing Ring of Roses. He's seen the shadow. Pre-fires for the Quadra. An eco clutch for Buster.
Sirison still hasn't fired, so they don't actually know that he's here, but now the util's coming through.
Tabson finally gets the pick back into mid-control. Sanji to fall. Searson, very passive angle. The Molotov should force them away. He's forced to re-smoke it. Instead, start looking up here at the ramp box. Boost involved. T-side players so close. Hasn't seen the man over at elbow. The bomb plant can be secured as a result of this, so 5v4 retake.
They need to try and get some frags. Tabson coming quite quickly up towards ramp. 5 on 3 now.
Buster gets 1 trade involved. Keto responds towards James. Yakindo now all alone and standing. You mentioned his form, you mentioned his performance, but he has had clutches in the past. This will not be one of those rounds. It's the 3rd for Big. Utility inbound here. The Molotov's back. Kicker. Burst through. Incendiary to try and force him away at the blue boxes. Tizian gets his kid involved. Starts things off fantastic. Incendiary to put back here at the end of the smoke. Try and stop them from making their way forward. It will be successful for the moment. Do a little bit of damage. 1 player drops out. Yakindo's been seen. The AWP shot misses. Sanji finds Tabson out into the longhouse position. The CT is getting a bit too overly aggressive as the AWP looks through his fight on Buster. Gets his kid involved. There's still a player at CT though as James picks up Xantares with his own AWP. It's a 3 versus 3.
Now, Sirison saw that player go down towards CT, but he still doesn't really know exactly where he is. Has the idea of where you can be. The NWP is just hitting shots like there's no tomorrow.
Another fantastic one for Searson. Now up to clutch it of his own right. They're going to rotate into the B site, and now it's all going to rest on Keto's AWP, or is it all a ruse? You can't quite tell. Players going in and out of the tunnel's footsteps. Heard AWP set and ready. Good shot drop Sanji, and now it's James.
James looking to cut the rotation off from mid, and while that's great if you can open up B and get that kill,
Searson watching with the AWP, meanwhile towards the short presence, flashbang evaded, peeks back in. Does get forced back by the utility. Can Yekindar get the kill against him? Nades back. Spray goes awry, but he does connect it against the CT side.
Very confident for Yekindar, looking to follow up. Doesn't quite find that second. A lot of damage done onto Tizian. They've got a late lockout from top mid, but Sanji gets caught off.
Great kill for Tabson, and that actually bails out the position that Tizian was in. He was kind of sandwiched between T-side forces. Xantares comes up with another kill on Kicker. 22 HP, so Buster and Jame. 4 versus 2. Jame gets an AWP pick back in. M4 Tabson responds towards it. So once again, it's the AWP to clutch it, and it's just not going to happen. Big looking lights out at 10.
And nade out towards the upper tunnels could do a lot of damage too.
Oh, that's junky. That's a bit of a favour return back towards him. Xantares burns the likes of Sanji, but doesn't last long in the defensive. Buster and Kicker can trade him and Tabson. So 4-on-3, Keto trying to reposition with his AWP. Looking on towards the platform angle, expecting him to be pretty far aggressive, but one jump faces a missed shot with perfectly timed on the flashbang. So bomb can go down, it's retake up for Big.
Yeah, that's an excellent flash just to be able to try and get them into the site. And for Big, this is going to be a really difficult retake, especially with double AWPs.
4 players set. CT players trying to reposition. They're going for a very big wrap here from the likes of Sears, and they're not going to have time, I don't think, to go for this. Smoke down, players making his way up. Can't afford to save, obviously. It's round 15. Tag up on Tizian, though. They are being very passive-aggressive about this. Big needs to go in soon. They're running out of time, and Yakindar's going to catch off Tizian, so it looks like they might just peter out of this half. One frag for Searson, but time is way too far gone here, and they're all going to fall. 10-5 at the half for Big. Smoke down to siphon off over at the CT spawn. I imagine they might split B.
Very quick coming through, and even just a goosh up onto Kick It. That's a lot of opening damage being done already.
Yakindar sees several T-side players out here. Can't land a kill shot. Finally gets Tizzy in the fall, but Tabson right up close and personal, and players being suppressed to the back corner. Yakindar comes up with a kill. Kicker also there to bail him out. And a 5-on-2 scenario. Virtus.Pro have picked apart Big in this one. Keto trying to force the issue back with 2 of his own, but only 2 of his own. Needs that 3K, and Searson now going to have to rotate back into the A side. There's a line in for him, but he's got to get through Jame.
If he gets his kill, though, he can get the bomb down, but not to be at all. Jame getting very, very fast out to the position of ramp.
AK set, ready for aggression. Does Buster give up the ghost? Gives up the shoulder, doesn't give up the frag, though. Nicely isolated there. Very fantastic duel from him. Dealing with Xantares effectively to force a mistake and punish it for it. 5-on-4 for VP.
Oh, Sanji out for the pin position, just gets swung on by Tizian, looking to follow up. Jame at least finds a trade back.
He's being pressured in from short control as well. Kicker's got to hold off. Searson can deal with him. Jump face on Searson's part, gets a secondary pick back, and now it's a 2 versus 2. That bomb's still got a cross here. Yakindar's going to try block it. Can Searson find his man? No, he cannot. Headshot to execute, and now Tabson's Krieg yet to start in this roundup, and he will not get the chance. It's a 9th of the Lord of VP, and they have brought this back to 1. What's back of the M4? Here's the footsteps. There's a couple of CTs that can back him up. 3 in total towards this A site itself, and Sanji is going to need them to come up good as he gets killed off initially. Tizian and Xantares. Xantares with 2 fantastic frags. Now Yakindar and Buster, 2 players remaining. One's on the rotation back. Searson does get caught. They haven't checked Goose. 2 players to line up. He gets them both just about. A TK involved in that, and a massive mistake for Big here. Can Yakindar do any more? He's dropped the bomb, sees the player, Tizian gets it, and now it rests on Buster to cut off the bomb again. 1 versus 1 against Xantares.
He's got no other option. Take the fight straight away, look out towards CT, and Buster's so passive.
Perfect chance, 10 seconds waiting at the cross. Drop down on the player, bust forward, and Xantares just lands the headshot, just bails out Big, and barely defends the lead.
Okay. Are they just waiting for a mistake? Searson so close to that AWP around the smoke. At least they know Kick It's here. Great
shot in. Tabson tagged up. Buster still waiting for an opportunity. Sprays continuously coming forward. Kicker's going to get tagged up. Yakindar and Buster getting those picks in. There's one player right behind that doorway. Yakindar's going to get overwhelmed at last. Xantares strikes. It's a 3 versus 3 scenario with 1 player holding back in mid-tier. Is going to cut off rotations, or at least try to do so. Will burn a little bit and waste 1 shot.
Oh, they might even go aggressive out from this window position. Tabson gets caught off.
M4 Sanji looking up, Xantares and Searson. Rotations inbound, flashes over, looks up, shot connects, 2v2 now. Looks back towards the mid to B play, the AWP Kicker drops in, dealt with by Xantares, on for another clutch, tap burst through, gonna get out of dodge, 29 HP, does not see where Jame is coming in from, is wrapping around the right-hand side, orders Jame look back towards the site itself, Xantares sees his man up close, and the defuse should be stuck in with the kit in play. VP equalize again.
Jeez, these rounds are getting so down to the wire, and for Big,
M4 waiting, looking up, back behind the blue box. Head duck down, nades involved. He still sprays on the Keto, doubles up. Xantares trades it, and the Orb Buster gets smoked off here. What can he do on the site itself? Nade is a bit too early when it's thrown out. Bomb can cross and get planted, so there's bonus money as well for Big.
This is very winnable for the Big side. 3-on-4 post plant. It all comes down to slowing down the retake.
And now they've got an M4 for Tamsin here. Are they falling away? No, they're repositioning. Okay, I thought for a second they might have gone for a save call. Fine presence back here towards the tunnels, and I believe that Tamsin is watching that position. Searson scout. Set and ready for kick-out flash forward. Does catch the man off guard. Deagle out to reface, burst through with his M4. Does tag up Kicker in the end. Deagle still pulled out here for Searson. He's kind of pressed into a corner, but does bail his way out for one good frag back. James tagged up heavily as well. Scout gets a secondary frag. Buster gets involved. Searson going the absolutely massive 3 picks for him. Buster trades it back, but he's done enough. A Scout and a Deagle involved. That's more than enough for the round.
3 or B could be, depending on how quickly Yakinda gets into position.
Smoke down, or looking up, getting top of big box. Sees nothing. Molotovs getting out of dodge. Damage being done to several T-side players. Yakinda and James come up with the kills alongside Buster. Buster still on the boost spot, however, dropping in towards the smokes. The AWP gets involved. So many frags flying away to CT side, and Big just capitulate. So ready to deal with the pistols of Big, who are basically down to another half buyer or an eco, deco, whatever you want to call this. It's no rifles except the Scout. Have walked very far into the Beast site though. Just noticed the map control. VP are giving up so much, and Yakinda has absolutely no idea that he's siphoned off it all alone here. He's just going to get overwhelmed. That's a frag found. VP are so far away from the site.
Yeah, just save. Just don't even get in there. Hold on to the double AWP setup, and
off the back of a first kill. But why was there no one watching in mid? How are Big allowed to make so much progress up there? Question I'll pose to you for the moment. They're still looking for the exit frags. The Eagles involved in particular. Kicker tagged up. I don't think they'll get contact, so yeah, they don't think they'll get any extra frags. So again, it's Kicker, James, and Sanji on this side of the map. Kicker trying to take contact here towards elbow. He was back over at ramp. He's going to try force forward. Nades in. Damage done. Tabson finds the opening kill at least, so there is that. Searson tagged to 53 though. It's 5-on-4 advantage.
Now the City's meanwhile making a bit of an aggressive move out from the lower tunnels. Yakinda sees a couple. How much can he find? Over the burst. Can't quite find anything. Tabson now with 2.
And now the AWP of Buster falls back as the M4 Sanji gets overwhelmed. There's all the AWPs to defend against it. Buster with 1 pick back. No more than that. Xantares overwhelms. James got a save.
What a round for Tabson. 3 kills, and just the way in which that backstab attempt is coming through for Yakinda. Can't quite find the angle and the bullets to find the connection. And then even Tabson just trying to sell the short fake. Ends up with a triple into the round. 1-for-1 trade out for Buster on the B side. James going to get hunted. The AWP's going to fall. And now for Virtus.Pro, they have got no money to work with. They have to play for OT.
Great shot from Tabson, of course, the nades inbound doing the damage. Ultimately a triple kill for him. 3 to deal with on the VP side. Can these Deagles hold their hose? The 4th man even joins the fray. Taps blind from kick out, doing damage. Nothing else. Drop into the T side. Not going to be seen. Actually, there's one player out here for Quito. AK rounds the corner. Flashbang bails out Sanji. He just gets saved by it. Tabson trades on Buster. AK picks up Kicker. Makes it 2 frags. Goes for the triple. Can't quite make it happen. But the Deagles have been set up. 3-on-2 advantage. Now making it 1. And Searson seeing the jump face tagged up by the scout of James and dealt with by the Deagle of Sanji. VP stay alive. But VP are reading this. They're not going to bite the bullet.
Sanji's really out of position, though. He's wide out from pit. Got to get back to safety. Quito with the walkout.
How has he made his way this deep? He's got to catch Kicker. He gets his kill. Opens things up. Deals with the first man of the CT side. 2 more out towards long. And got to get a kill desperately. And Tabson just drops in. Gets 2 frags. Buster and Yakinda. They will find 1 pick back between them. But it's Yakinda with it all to do. 1v4. He's found his first. Can he get any more? No, he can't. 16-13, Big take map 1.
And a convincing result coming through for Big. Virtus.Pro gave him a decent fight, but Tabson, he was just too strong.
As well for Sanji and Kicker. Quite a lot of utility in for VP.
Oh, this slow walk aggressive play. Buster going to swing out, but the opening duels get won by the CT.
And the nade stacks involves Hilal's teasing and Tabson to combine, get the first couple of kills in for against Virtus.Pro. Big continue facing, and Keto just executes Sanji next up. Looks for Jame with the bomb on his back. Xantares is wrapped it against Yakindar. That's another tap. No, it's not. It's a missed shot that Yakindar can turn around and punish. Looking for Searson next up, who does find a response. So now Jame is the last player left for VP.
Wild stuff there for Big. For them to slow walk aggressive out from Banana, get a couple of frags, and then start pushing out of the apartments down towards second mid. It was relentless. They just did not give up.
Big want to walk away with at the very least significant damage done to Virtus.Pro, if not the round itself. And the flashbangs and initially going to indicate that the opening duel can go their way. But Buster opens up on Searson. Tizian jump face and he gets enough bullets into the man to get it back to a 4 versus 4.
They're still quite aggressive towards this Banana position. So much spam damage coming through, or trying to come through from both respective teams. They're just all trying to spray through these smokes.
Leans on, forcing players back. Tabson back out of dodge towards that B site. Him and Tizian on the defensive for the moment. They will get out of dodge for now. Waiting for position, but so far so little given up. Tabson does get caught up with some damage. Buster gets 2 to return. So now Xantares Akito, 4-on-2 scenario.
Just caught with nades out, and Buster might even be able to find a little bit more aggressive out towards CT. What a few kills, 4 in total for Buster, and Xantares has got no option but to save.
Yeah, big quadra sequence from him, and just like that, VP gained that first gun run. I mentioned before that Big don't have a lot of money, so VP will not go hunting. There's not a lot of cash for them either, so losing any weapons will definitely hurt them in the long-term game. Back and forth we'll go, of course. Went 4-2 before Big Re took over control of the matchup, so that'll be a similar case for VP. Yakindar kills Falnor towards Tabson. This should be an easy round for them, of course, with the pistols in play. Of course, it's an easy frag. Tabson first to fall. Yakindar going to look back into the site. Searson is there in the back lines. He's got another player as well towards the long position of Moto. Not spotted just yet. And that allows the kill to come through for Searson. So one slight little frag that they can get out of this. Another dink down. Hold on. Pistols doing damage. Oh no. VP. This is a full eco. It's not even a force buy, guys. 25 seconds, the bomb's in CT control. How do Buster and Kiko get this back?
Oh, there's so many players in and around the bomb itself. Time is so low. Kick it at least does start off, but they need to find frags and need to get them quickly. Transfer over to the pit position. They're so damn low, and they line up for Searson Big. I can't believe they've won that. Even the FAMAS for Xantares wasn't even needed.
Oh, pain. Oh, pain. Oh, VP. That is not a round they should have conceded, and I think they know it. They rack on the force buy, obviously, but they are fighting with Avengers to do some initial damage towards Xantares, but Buster is killed off by the man.
It's just frustrating knowing that they lose a round like that, and now even with the follow-up, Big are fueled with confidence. They aggress down Banana.
AK set towards Tizian and Tabson in particular, and the AWP of Searson watching into the Banana. Look for another good contact pick. Does land a tag shot onto Jame, but I think that's going to try and exploit that because Xantares is here towards the B side defensive, and that's where they're going to execute towards. Incendiaries and smokes all being set up here towards Coffins and Cross with a siphon off. No rotations inbound from Big. They're waiting for VP to fully commit, but at this stage I think it's pretty obvious what's going on. Sanji tags Xantares close range. Keto going to get caught off by Kiko. Looks back towards the man, gets a dink off, but no kills towards him. Blind sprays. Xantares can't find a trade back. Neither can Tabson and Tizian here.
This might just have to be a save call. Xantares is so low for the T's. No one's overfacing at all. Just get out of there. Hold on to the weapons.
Yep, run out of dodge. 2 AKs, 1 M4. Second back to the board of VP as once again we're back to the back and forth way. VP don't have enough info to just go for it. Rotations inbound, Tabson with the nades. Do some damage as Buster gets the kill in. Reads one pistol. One frag found. Searson going to try force forward and actually does get a trade in against Kicker. Nice and quick to respond.
Now that is not an easy shot to hold at all, and that's actually going to start spiraling the T's to go a little bit quicker out to this long take.
Very fast in. Eagle on Tizian. And for Xantares here, the 2 players to defend against here. How are they going to find anything? Smokes down on Moto against suppression is involved. Shots. 2 taps from Tizian, getting nothing out of this one. They are stalling for time though. Backups on the way. Look at Keto on the backstep in particular. This AK can wrap in against everybody here from the VP camp, and they have absolutely no idea it's closing in. And they still deal with it. But the trades are involved for Searson and Tizian. 2 versus 1 now. Sanji has the bomb drop to the open, does catch off Tizian. Now got to look for the AWP. Leg to 35. Where does he peek in? Left or right? Which way Searson looking towards? 30 seconds. Sees his man. Looks for the spray, does not connect it in hole, and the time is ticking away. Bomb's going to get planted soon.
Oh, he's got out of library. I don't think Sanji knows about it. That was such a sick window of opportunity.
Tabson and Keto ready. Smoke down. Suppression here with counter smokes involved with the T-side line, and Tabson blind finds Kiko, continues that spray, and bullets go all over the place. They don't connect any more frags, or reface back in, does not see Buster. Molotovs towards the back lines, and Buster can deal with Kito. So one of the orbs drop, but Tabs is still around here, past the Coffin's position. Yekindar is boosted up on top of it, but can't see the man here. Boost instead for the CT forces. Xantares gets the bomb carrier to drop, but Tabson falls in turn, so it's a 3 versus 3, and Xantares caught dropping off will fall. Searson responds towards it, or picked back in, not going well. Tizian tries to deny the bomb plant. He gets the kill on the player in the back, and it's a 1v1. 13 HP. 14 bullets in the magazine. Got to fire Yekindar first and foremost, and the AK has the advantage, which he capitalizes on. CT's here towards the apartment stand. You've seen at least one individual will not take a second phase, thinks there might be a stack involved, and he'd be right to assume so. Kinder instead can deal with Tizian. Searson with a response, so 4v4.
Still getting hunted though. Oh,
okay.
That's a big kill.
Not again, guys. Not again, guys! Kito looking for another. He's tagged Buster in the shoulder. He's calling in the rotations now. They know the bomb is there. They know the B-site's on the control.
Oh, they've got so many advantages to work with. 4 versus 2. They've got that AK for Xantares. A lot of players coming out to City Spawn quickly. Re-smoke
down towards the cross as well. There are no kits in play. Buster watching, expecting a boost, but no one's going to give it up. That one AK for Xantares, the only weapon. The rest of them been dropped out towards the apartment's face. Incendiaries driving back. USP caught, sprayed up, trying to try line up for Buster as Kito gets his kill, and Tabson doesn't need a rifle. USP is good enough. Another eco steal from Big. Footsteps being made quite loudly here by the T-side forces. Flashes over, Incendiaries back. One player might get driven out of position for Kito's part. Oh, and Tabson, Kito with the perfect taps, and the burst through is a standard. Headshots to plenty. One more player falls. All left to Jane. 1 versus 5. He gets 1 frag, but should get no ball for this. The flashbang's perfect, and he gets scored off.
Now, Big looking cheerful as they take the lead 8-7 on their opposition's map. Big, a decent start for them.
Boiler position, he is leaning up. Flashes over. Tizian, oh, sees what's going on. The B-hop somehow catches a kill on Sanji. What? Okay. 4 on 4, the bomb will go down.
Kito's pressed really aggressive in from Library too. The cities might sleep a little bit and not realize how aggressive he's pushed.
They're not going to check this position at all. Okay. He's in with backstab potential, or he could lean in towards that long position and try to catch them off. He's missed the window, though. VP are all going to full send back into the short control. Footsteps must be heard. Now they've got to call back Kito into the central site defensives, and Xantares smoked opposition, flashed out there as well. Tabson playing anti-flash. Searson able to get the kill with his assistance, and Xantares struggling to get his kill in the back of the site. Buster and Yekindar, 2 picks. Searson overwhelmed, and now Kito, bomb's not planted for him. They know exactly where he is. They'll stick the defuse. They'll get the kill. They'll get the eco standing here for VP. Does do quite a decent amount of damage against both Xantares and Tabson. The nades have been so chunky here in this match on both maps. Kito, however, opens up the round. Yekindar falling towards Banana.
Oh, they're going to force a mistake. Sanji thinking about overly aggressing. Got to be careful about when he gets this timing. Oh, they're even splitting through Arch.
James ready for it, UMP. Silence for Xantares. He doesn't check it. He goes flying as well. Tabson picks up the kill, however, and doubles up on Kicker. So overwhelming those flank players, and now it's all left to Buster. Central site defensive gets 1 frag, no further than that.
Now we just go back and forth again. I thought this was only going to happen on Dust 2.
Not at all. Back and forth for Dust 2, the start of it. And now for the likes of Inferno. Sanji getting caught. Yekindar going to force forward to the Molotov. That's risky. He does get quite deep forward, though. Has he found a gap? I think he has. He's seen one man. Tags Searson in the shoulder. Nades back to the 27 points of HP. He's going to get towards the Woodstack corner. Flash forward. Kito gets his kill in. Buster there with the trade.
Yeah, just classic Yekindar, just making an aggressive move down for Banana. At least Buster bails out the trade, so...
I think they do. Clean up Sanji seen. The M4 connects the headshots. Xantares to fall. Tabson also being spotted out here. Secondary frag. Looking for the triple. Not quite working. Tizian just trades it back. But on 7 points of health on a 3 versus 2. VP have a lot of advantages.
Yeah, Buster's going to get overwhelmed from 2 different positions. And his attention's even being drawn out of spawn.
Orb watching. Smoked out. Draw that attention away. Allow the bomb to cross back from Searson's part. Will Buster start to overextend here? Searson's being a bit careful about this, putting smokes down towards coffins just in case. Tizian. Needs this headshot pretty desperately, I want to say. The smoke might clear and Buster might have an angle. Tizian wins the fight. That's all important.
Oh, they're coming for Banana quickly. Tizian looking for more, and Kicken's have the last one left. Tizian with a massive round. 4 kills to his name. Big get up to 12, and that resets the economy.
He had 7 HP. Here and now to start off against Virtus.Pro to defeat the finalists of IEM Cologne. That would be one scalp that would aid them. Kicker, however, has nothing to say about that. Gets Tabsin. Keto responds towards it. 4-on-4. He's tagged a little bit. Yakinda so close to position here towards Long. He's behind that smoke in the midst of it. Re-smoke back down for Searson. Or refaces, misses his shot. It allows Yakinda to trade it back. So man advantage gained by Virtus.Pro, but Bigger going quick into the site for Mast here for James. Makes it 2 players left. Xantares with a trade. SMG trying to get up close here. Can they recover it again? Yes, they can. Back to 2 versus 2. Xantares has the bomb, however. He's aggressed back towards short. Needs to get to site and get the plant.
Oh, just get the bomb down. Tizian, though, the angle out towards Graveyard. Can he look back over to short? Gets the first. And now Buster's the last one left. With the FAMAS to try and get the 1 versus 2. No one's really peeking. It all comes down to them hiding.
Trying to isolate Tizian. Gets it. Looks for Xantares next up at 22 points of HP. And the headshot was required. It still wasn't found. 15-8. Big 7 match points to work with.
It's skill as well. It has to be.
Forced in the Virtus.Pro, kick hard, got a massive play, 3K on the spray. And Tabsin, Keto and Xantares wondering why they went so quick as Kicker gets his quadra. Looks for the ace as well, but Yakinda's going to steal it. 30 seconds though, again, Bigger going to run the timer low.
Just the A fake to bring the bomb into B. Looks to be the right call here for the big side. Can they scramble the CTs though?
They're out of dodge. Oh, they've baited in the rotations. Buster's going to get caught for it. 5-on-4, making it 3. Keto finds Yakinda next. The bomb will go down. Retake has got to get landed by VP. Big are 40 seconds away from the win.
I can understand the rotate coming through for Yakinda, but why does Buster leave the site as well? They all start leaving, and that's when the Xe comes in.
And Kicker finds 1 pick back, but he's going to need a whole lot more. Sanji going to go ahead and join him. One T-side member as well to his right-hand side over at the church position. Flashback forward, sees Tabsin, gets another good kill. Back to Xantares, still to Sanji, no! And doubles up to get the 16th to Big at last, a 2-0 series. That knocks VP on their ass, gets this match underway.
Scrambling VP more than my eggs in the morning. What a result for Big as they go for the B-side execution, and that's the round that gets them over the line.
Indeed it is. VP's comeback knocked back a peg as their map pick goes awry. And again, it's 2-0 for Big to move forward in the group.
Hey, we stay